reflection or correction between each other, fine. But you're not allowing nobody to do this. So where's that coming from?
I guess because they get it from everywhere else. Like how say if they get on any other website other than Twitter, they're still getting called the same things by everybody else. So it's one of those things where you can hop from social media platform to platform, but after a certain amount of time, you're going to get that straw that breaks the camel's back. So it might not be on Facebook, it might not be on Snapchat, it might not be on such and third social media platform, but when you get to Twitter and everything, it's just a blur because that's what everything is on Twitter. You can say what you want and go. You cannot have your phone on for the rest of the day. You can turn your notifications off. But what you said still stands because you put it out in the world and you left it on your page until you come back and delete it. Then, that's your world, that's your reality, that's the life that you're gonna stand in. But people also have the ability to view what you said and take it to the left, take it to the right, put it in the middle, or be offended by it. That's just the nature of the internet. Like it brings out the worst in people because they have the anonymity to do so. Like I bet if those people were in the restaurant with Lex and his wife, and they were looking at them, nobody would have said anything to them.
Got it.
Why? Because they're not behind a computer screen. You can look over at a couple all you want to be like, oh man, her dress is mad tacky. But the moment your significant other says, I bet you won't say that to her face, guess what? You shut up because you won't say that to her face unless you're big and bold. So the internet gives people that anonymity to be big and bold. And so most of the time when people are big and bold, they become bullies because you can do whatever you want and just leave the situation and let it stand. So I mean, it kind of is the nature of the internet, just feeding the beast. Like you can be as mean as you want, and nobody can literally say anything about it. They can try to counsel you, they can do whatever, but I mean, unless somebody is going to come into your actual personal reality and say, "Hey, what you said was wrong. Why did you say that?" Then nobody's really going to get anything done to them. That's
Lex,
just the internet. Like, I mean,
Lex, you get a
it
lot
is
of
what it
hateful
is.
comments. What do you think it is, just in general?
All right, so I'm gonna back this all the way up. I think that the Black community is matriarchal off top. Uh, Black women are the heads of so many households. Black women raise the kids up. Kids are raised by Black women. So, and then if we look at it, Black women really point Black people in the direction that we're going. Like the all Black Lives Matter movement started by Black women. Me Too, Black women. Cool. All right. That's one side of it. The other side of it is still the disconnect in our own community. So, oh, they think they cool. Oh, they think they got something, yada yada yada. And then the gatekeeping on our community. Oh, you're not Black, you're mixed. You're not Black, you're part whatever. Everybody's part something, but because someone reaches a certain skin tone, all of a sudden they're not Black. My great great grandma is a quarter Black, or my great grandma, a quarter Black. Her husband was Black, so her kids are Black. So 4 generations of Black people. You can't look at me and tell me I'm not Black, but I start from that. So the gatekeeping puts a lot of hatred into people because, oh, you can't call yourself Black, or you're not Black enough, or you need to be in this other group of light-skinned mixed people. So it's just a combination of everything. And then, like Dude said, being on the computer screen, now you're bold. So whatever private thoughts you were having, now you feel like you can outwardly share those the without the feedback or the reciprocity of that. You're just able to spew whatever you want to out in the air, and nobody's going to check you. So of course, you say whatever you want. You're a leader. You're untouchable. Nobody can say anything to you without it being an issue. So you can't be checked. You're a leader and you're bold. Yeah, it's going to be hateful stuff. It's going to be hateful stuff. What's crazy is that I've been on Twitter a long time. I've seen a lot of Twitter parts, and our community is the only community that goes through this petty, angry, mean to each other for no reason stuff. Nobody else is like that. Have you seen anything like it?
I've been on it for 10 years. Hell, I still got my original account. Like,
yeah, me too.
I suspended it. Never got suspended or anything like that. Like, there was a time period when I was off of it. I just wasn't on Twitter as much. Then I got back on it, but it's deactivated now because I focus more on the word of mouth page, and I'm trying to build that up. But I've dealt with the trans community, I dealt with the gay community, I dealt with the Nicki Minaj fans, I dealt with the Beyonce fans, I've dealt with the people who hate the military, I've dealt with the Democrats, I dealt with the feminists. And I can say honestly, this is the only community where it's not united. Like, and I won't even, like, I can't even say it's just the black women, it's the black men too, because there were men in the comments saying, well, maybe you're just not entertaining her, or you need to like do something. And then like one dude, he made the comment where you made that comment about, hey, what happened to your face. He said, that was a bitch move, bro. I'm like, bro, you are a man. You should know by now that men do not do things unwarranted.
They shouldn't. I mean, if they do, then that's a different level. But yeah,
at least on Twitter, like we don't really do the banter with women on Twitter. Like if a dude made a comment to a woman and it was rude or disrespectful, and it's like, and it shows as a retweet. So like Twitter has, Fahim, you don't know because you haven't been on it, but Twitter shows when it's a rebuttal to what somebody else said. So if somebody responded in a way that was rude or hateful, or excuse me, however you want to take it, I guess my context clues would say, all right, this person was asking for it. So let me read through the thread to see what's going on. The dude didn't try to read through the thread. He said, oh, it was deleted, but it was easy to find. Like, it didn't take me long to find it. But he jumped to the aid of the woman without even understanding what happened. And then this happened a lot, like where people were just jumping to the aid of one person. Is like, y'all not even reading these damn threads to know what's going on and why this is happening. So Fahim, you've been gone for a couple of weeks because you had to deal with that tomfoolery. But what's been going on in your mind as far as why this is happening? Because you're not on social media like us, so you pretty much have an unbiased, logical way of thinking about it in its entirety.